What's up, you guys? Today we're taking a look at the Bio Fresh Air Freshener bars. This is going to be a relatively quick review video of this product. I purchased two of these a few months ago. I saved one. I've been using the other one for the last little while, and I picked up the Squash LLC scent. They do have about 11 different scents, which I'll just put up on the screen right here, as you can see, because scent is one of those things that every single person is going to have their own kind of particularity when it comes to scents. I am a huge fan of the JDM squash scent that I usually go for the Ecosia Air Spencer brand that you see over here. And I found that this one here, the Squash LLC, based on the description, it sounded like it was going to be similar. And I gotta say, I was not disappointed at all. On the packaging here, it's a little foil pouch. As you can see, it's vacuum sealed. It says 60 plus days of freshness. So right away, I'll tell you that I have experienced at least 60 days out of this product. I'm not sure exactly how strong it smells now because of nose blindness and all that kind of stuff. But for 60 days, I could smell the scent coming off of this product. However, it does diminish. So obviously for the first, couple of weeks, it's going to smell really fresh in your car. People will compliment you. But then after that, it's going to tend to kind of dissipate. And you'll get that smell in it coming out of it once in a while. Now, I didn't purchase every single one of the different scents for this review because I didn't want to waste that much money on it. These are about $13 or $14 in my market for this one packet here. So right in line with what a refill for the Ecosia Air Spencer would be. And then same thing with these little Clippia vent clips here. These are like 15 bucks. Those last about 45 days at least for me, sometimes even up to the same amount of time as this. So I definitely would recommend that you read the description of each one of the scents available and you pick something that sounds good to you to try out. But with JDM squash scent, you can't go wrong with this. This stuff smells amazing. So now let's open this up and let's see what it comes with. And I'll show you how I tend to use this product. As you see here, there's a little notch and you just rip that open. It's almost like a compressed fiber bar, and you can see it's kind of wet looking, and that's because it's saturated in, I'm assuming, some sort of essential oil mixture. And I commented on someone's video before saying that this stuff reminds me of, there's certain fire starter little cubes you can buy that they're soaked in like kerosene or wax. This kind of looks like that. And the idea here is to snap the bar in half. It says it right on the directions there. And you put it in underneath your seats on the carpet, and it says it will not stain the carpet, but it says do not use on wood or painted surfaces because the oils in this will probably stain wood or painted surfaces like a lot of air fresheners do. That being said, you can buy a mesh sort of pouch to put these in, and then you can put them under your seats or hang them from the rearview mirror or wherever you want to do with them. And now I'm going to show you how I actually have been using this product. So I didn't bother buying the mesh because I had one of these Air Spencers already, and I usually buy the Ecosia JDM Squash scent refill for it. This fits kind of perfectly in there. And this one is now 60 days old. I can if I put my nose to it, I can still smell it. It doesn't project as much though as what this is right now, and you can see the color difference there after that period of time. But it fits kind of perfect. So I had a bunch of extra of these, and this is a good replacement for the JDM Squash Air Spencer by Ecosia. So I was pleasantly surprised actually when I found that out. So now that all being said, this is about $1 or $2 more than this. So I'm not sure yet if I'm going to continuously go on with these instead of just buying refills for those for slightly cheaper. Now, getting on to the next thing that I'm kind of going to experiment with is I have these by Ecosia as well, these Air Spencer Clippias. And what it is basically, it's a vent clip, the ends pop off here, and they come in with these little capsules. The only problem is that Carzilla doesn't sell these capsules, and you have to buy the whole clip every single time for, I think, was it $15 or $16? But again, this smell is also amazing. So what I was thinking was I can cut these up into strips and actually put them in here and kind of experiment to see how that works over the next little while. So that's exactly what I'm going to do here. and maybe I'll make an update video, maybe I won't. But that's kind of another benefit to this kind of material, is you can take pieces of this and kind of experiment with them and see if they go into other air fresheners to extend the life, and then take the leftover, put it back in the aluminum foil packet, and I would probably then put it in a Ziploc or something to try to preserve some of this resin that's in there from evaporating. So now at this point in the video, I could say that I highly recommend this product. I think it's a very good product by I thought the company was called Bio Bombs, but I think it's just called Bio Fresh. And you can get their products off of carzilla.ca, and you can save 5% using my discount code, which I'll be linking in the description below the video. It's called Car Detailing 5. It'll save you 5% off. They, in addition to these sort of fiber type of air fresheners, they have a whole bunch more. So, like I said, read the description, order them based off of what you think is the best, but Squash LLC is highly recommended by me.